Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I'm Chisco Gaming, and today we're going to be getting an early access look at the brand new Season 3. I almost hit Season 2. It's Season 3 of Dragonheir Silent Gods. There's new heroes, new elemental affinities, and so much more. And if you haven't already downloaded Dragonheir Silent Gods, this is an open world strategy game with some role-playing and tabletop vibes and mechanics. And there also have been Dungeons and Dragons collaborations, introducing iconic characters like Dritsto Erden and most recently Elminster Almar appearing in the game as collectible heroes. And there are also very iconic bosses that you can go and fight from the Dungeons and Dragons universe. So if you want to check out the game, use my link in the description to go and download. A big thank you to the makers of Dragonheir Silent Gods for sponsoring today's video. And this game is available on many different platforms: iOS, Android, Steam, Epic Games Store, and Mac. And I'm really wondering which Dungeons and Dragons character we're going to get next. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts on who is on their way next for the third Dungeons and Dragons collaboration, all right? Thank you again for using the link in the description to download the game, dive deep, and battle peak. Use my gift code DRAGON0322 as well for some extra goodies. Now, on March 22nd, Season 3 of Dragonheir Silent Gods is going to officially launch, and I'll have some footage playing in the background. Some of that is going to be me on a test server getting the early access look at some of these heroes, and I was hyped to go and build some of them, but I am getting ahead of myself. Now, Season 3 will be the most rewarding season so far, favoring perhaps the more hardcore players with some everyday events with endless rewards, including a ton of community challenges over the span of the next 3 months of the season launch, where everyone can participate to get some juicy rewards, which, like, hey, you know, your boy Cheesegoal over here loves to get as much free-to-play value as it possibly can. There's also going to be some exclusive Easter and half-anniversary celebrations to look forward to, which should be pretty cool. And although I predicted that we would get a new kinsfolk, I actually, technically, we are getting Highlanders, the new kinsfolk, right? But there's actually a ton of new merfolk among the heroes that are added into this new season. So I was not expecting to see a bunch of merfolk in this new season. And the way that they've been woven in to some of the other affinities is actually very cool. So I'll have some of that art behind me on the screen of the merfolks that are in other affinities in this new season. And the art is really impressive. Now, as you explore the Sea of the Dead, there is a little bit of a plot twist that we're going to get a look at here, where there's a robot you're going to potentially assist in battle, and you get to completely defeat the Abyssalosis, which, like, that sounds awesome. In all, there are 31 new heroes to collect, which is pretty hype. It's a blend of heroes across the different rarities, including, I think it was like 11 or so legendary heroes, a bunch of epics as well. So very cool. And by the way, the art on all these friggin' slaps. It's awesome, man. First of all, summoning events. Similar to last season, the banner to unlock only Season 3 heroes, as well as a regular Heliolite pool that contains all heroes, should be available. Also, the seasonal summonings banner to spend 20 tickets earned from the placements in the season rankings from the last season to get your guaranteed legendaries will be back. Now, on the topic of the new Season 3 heroes, there are 3 new damage types, and I've used them all, and they're really awesome. They are Corrosion, okay? That's for poison, obviously. Shadow for necrosis, and Aura for radiance. Now, just like last season, where we got Burn for fire, Thunderbolt for lightning, and Ice Blast for ice or frost, these new damage types will play out very differently and give new playstyles for each of the affinities. The 3 damage type released last season contrasted the playstyle of the other damage types within the element, essentially filling a sort of missing hole for what you could do with each of these elements. All right. So, for example, Burn and Thunderbolt were the AoE damage types for fire and lightning, and that was what they were missing. While Ice Blast was the single target DPS that Frost was missing. So these new damage types should complement what we have in Necrosis, Radiance, and Poison. Based on my experience using these so far, they are some pretty fun mechanics, and with the right tweaking, your team can really hit hard. Now, with the new damage types, there's also new affinity pairings. Radiance and Fire, the power of Blaze, Poison and Ice, the power of Withering, and Necrosis and Lightning, the power of Daze. The new affinity pairings should open up a lot of really cool compositions and combinations. My eyes are definitely going to be on the Radiance and Fire combination, since someone like Flora is going to gain access to the super busted Radiance supports and can make some very, very powerful teams. Personally, I mean, like, I feel for me, Radiance like really reflects my values and virtues. And I know that might sound a little bit weird, but like something with Radiance, just, I don't know, man, it really resonates for me. I also really like the Poison and Necrosis stuff going on, but whatever. I know those are so completely different. There's also new equipment in this season, okay? And new artifacts that we got to go and get a look at. And there's also a huge news drop for gear in this season, which is that there is now mythic level gear. That's right, folks. Mythic level gear. For those of you like me that really enjoy collection, I wish you all the best of luck as you hunt down your mythics. Now, this is currently a 1-piece set, which complements the 3-piece set bonuses we already have. So now, instead of just sort of swapping out one piece as you saw fit for some other set where you had like a nice combination of secondary attributes, for example, the ideal world would be to build a 3-piece bonus and to get a mythic. Now, you're going to have to get kind of lucky to get these mythics, I would assume. I don't know the actual probabilities, but I do wish you the best of luck as you hunt down your mythic equipment, okay? Now, you can only obtain full drops of these, I suspect at a lower drop rate compared to the legendaries from stage 9 of dungeons. All right. Now, similar to last season, there are only 2 new epic artifacts and a bit more versatility, in my opinion, than the ones that we got last season, which is kind of exciting. There's also, of course, new legendary artifacts, including 3 new season exclusive artifacts for the new exclusive heroes introduced with this season's new damage types. There's also going to be a dungeon and other bosses that get a little bit of an overhaul, including some of the dungeon mechanics being changed, as well as the season bosses and Fey Meander bosses getting an update. Based on what we saw last season, that's season 2, we got to see a new Fey Meander boss, with the season 1 boss being shown on some stages, and we got new continental or elemental bosses for otherworld exploration. And lastly, the Copper Dragon boss for the end game evolved into a giant mechanical crab-like creature. I am very hyped to go fight this thing. I mean, what is not to love about a giant mechanical crab? Let's freaking go. Lastly, we're also getting a brand new area to explore. This is the Sea of the Dead. It's got kind of a gloomy, under the sea feel that would leave Ariel from The Little Mermaid probably feeling kind of creeped out, and I'm all for it, okay? The color themes are very cool, I feel, and the new storyline I am looking forward to experiencing. This includes, again, the new sandbox that we get to explore in the season, diving into the depths of the ocean to help the merfolk rebuild their equinoxial. I think I said that correctly. We get to interact with an all-new hero kinsfolk, the Highlanders, which, by the way, you can be a Highlander if you go and you make a new character, which is kind of cool. I did on this test server, and I chose a Highlander. And, of course, don't forget that this season will bring some helpful quality-of-life changes, like the categories for heroes, so you can actually search more easily, and many more to come, hopefully. So start getting ready, because Season 4 of Dragonheir is in the making, and from what I'm hearing, maybe there'll be a little bit of a desert theme. So far we've done like the under the sea thing, and we got the mermaids, and maybe in the future we're moving to the desert. Now, if we're going to the desert, there's all kinds of cool things that you could do for themes there. I mean, you could do like a snake theme. You could do like a scorpion theme. I feel like there's some pretty cool monstrous creations that you could muster for things to battle and collect or have as kinsfolk. So very, very hyped for Season 4, but I'm like way ahead of myself here because Season 3 is what is landing on the 22nd. Now, if you haven't already downloaded the game, check the link in the description. That is my sponsored link with Dragonheir Silent Gods. A big thank you to them for sponsoring this video and other videos that I've done on this channel. I am still enjoying my time in Dragonheir Silent Gods for many reasons, in part because the art absolutely freaking slays and the gameplay is very fun. I like building up my teams and in each season going and collecting equipment. I mean, I am just a sucker for collecting. So again, I hope you'll use that link to download the game on the platform of your choice. I typically am playing on a mobile device when I'm out and about, and on the same account on my PC when I'm at home. That's the game plan. Now, if you're looking for more information about what the best heroes are or how to use the new artifacts or equipment, I've got great news for you. I have videos planned on this channel, so subscribe if you haven't already. Smash that subscribe button for more videos about Dragonheir Silent Gods and my thoughts based on getting to do some testing with the new heroes. I still have a little bit more testing to do before I lock in, hey, here's Chisquel Gaming's top 5 new heroes for Season 3, but there are a bunch of new heroes to enjoy, and like, hey, these new mechanics look good. So again, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, you have fun smashing the kingdom. Oh, and pardon the end screen for the Elminster Almer collaboration. If you missed that, he's really good. Check the video.